Dun, 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 dun. Do. Hey, whoever gets on here, if you guys just do a test to see if you can hear me. Hey, what's up, everybody? I got one person on so far. If you guys can just do an audio test, if you can hear me. What's up, Theo? Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll get started probably a few minutes. I just want to try to get some people on here, see how this goes. Sound clear? It's good. I know you can hear me, but it sound clear? We're going to get into my review of All Out, my experience going to Jacksonville for the weekend. Maybe just, shoot the breeze. So, yeah, come on, let's talk. Maybe it might develop into something, might not. We'll see where this goes. I'm doing good, John. Hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you having you, man. Yeah, so about 5 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever, we'll get started. I'll get going, recap All Out, how I thought about it, my experience going to Jacksonville, and just whatever else you guys want to talk about. Let's talk. But yeah, so hey, thanks for joining us. We got 4 viewers so far. We don't know if that's everywhere, but hey, appreciate having everybody here. You get a see the peep shirt right here. You got the Mimosa Mayhem match shirt. Got this at a show. So yeah, got some other merch I'll show off later. But yeah, just gonna let everybody file in and then we'll get started. How's everybody doing tonight? You doing good? You got any plans for Labor Day, Memorial Day, whichever day it is? I think it's Labor Day. I always get those mixed up. But I think it is Labor Day. Anybody got any plans for Labor Day? Nope. Labor Day plans, anybody? Well, personally, I'm off, so I'm gonna sleep in. Get caught up on a bunch of shipping of stuff. Oh man, Theo, man, that sucks. I worked for Publix for 7 years, so I feel you, man. It sucks. Hey, what's up, Tim? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Give a few more minutes for people to come file in, and then we're gonna talk about All Out. Dallas, what's up, my man? John, yeah, watching Raw tomorrow. Usually I have to get up like 4:35. So I mean, I'll watch Raw, go to bed late. We'll see how it is. Okay, that's good. Hey, at least you're gonna get extra pay. That's good. I think we got a little extra. And then with my new job, we get off, and then you just have to work Friday and Tuesday, and then you get paid for that day. So that's good. Hopefully you don't have to work all day. You at least get some time to yourself, maybe grill out, chill. So, man, I hope you're not working all day. Tim, the Wolfman, Tobin, man, I'm sorry, man. Dallas, working tomorrow too, but then he's going to a cookout. There we go. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Like I said, we will get started in about probably a few more minutes, and then we'll get this going. Don't mind the setup. I'm still trying to get it fixed. I just finally got this desk built. It's been a struggle trying to get this thing. I got a brand new computer, microphone, as you can see here. What's up, Daniel? Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Got a new desk, ordered it. Should have been here a long time ago, but it wasn't. But then I finally ordered off Amazon, got it built before I left for All Out. Oh, so you got invited to Stu's cookout. Okay, I see how it is. I only live like 20 minutes from him, and he can't invite me. No, it's okay. You're not anywhere near him. I know that for a fact. But yeah, so like I said, a few more minutes, we'll get started. We'll see how this goes. Let me know your honest feedback. Let me know what you hate, what you love. Let's hear what you guys have to say about All Out, and let's talk about it. Yeah, I know. I saw myself on TV a few times. So yeah, I hold on. I will show this off. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Let me fold this out. Got it actually right here. If you did see me on TV, you should have saw this. the Pro Wrestling Junkies shirt. This was a 1 of 1, actually 1 of 2. Shout out to Stu Sexton for helping me get that made in time for the show. So yeah, I was wearing that to the show. Let's see. What did you do in TK? Yeah, AEW confirmed. Spencer Cantor, also known as number 11. If you guys get the joke, you get it. I'll explain that later. But yeah, yep, I made my pay-per-view with AEW, Joven. My man Joven, man, he was there too. Good stuff right there. All right, we got about 8 people right now. Let's get into it. Let's talk about All Out. All right. I am, yes, AEW confirmed. That's right. Okay, guys, let's talk about All Out. In the comments, I want to know, what was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match? What was your biggest holy shit moment? Let's talk about it. But let's get into it. So yeah, first off, I was able to go to All Out. I got tickets pretty much when they announced them. Yeah, All Out. It was good. Some parts were good. Some parts were great. Some parts were, we'll get into that. But yeah, so I got my tickets last weekend to All Out. I was able to go. I got a friend who lives close to me. Actually, it was his first show going, so we drove down there together. Actually, fun thing, on our way there, we were talking about the AEW figures, and he didn't have them. So we decided, okay, let's stop by Walmart and check. Got to the first Walmart. We found almost all the figures except for Cody. So it's like, of course, we got to go try to find Cody now. So we went to Walmart, and then, of course, we found Cody. So he found a full set of AEW figures and the ring. So, yeah, now he needs Brandy like everybody else in this group and on this video. And then, of course, I'm going for the chases, and then I need the Kenny Omega ring and then Wave 2. So I'm going to be collecting all of those. Maybe you'll see those in some future videos. But yeah, so got to Jacksonville, checked into the hotel. Nice hotel, the Hyatt Regency right by the stadium. If you go to Jacksonville, or if you go to the next show, Full Gear, if they do have it in Jacksonville, of course you have Brandy Joven. You got to hook me up with one of those. Just don't lose it in the mail, please. I know that running joke will never get old, or it'll probably die by tonight. Yeah, little brand in Dallas. But yeah, so we got to the hotel, really nice. I definitely recommend staying there if you go to like the Full Gear show, if it happens in Jacksonville or not. It was a good show. So yeah, definitely a good hotel. Check it out. We saw, me and my friend Corbin, shout out Corbin Rhodes, the guy that went with me. We stayed in that hotel. He said, I didn't see for a fact, but he said he saw Matt Hardy at one point. We also saw Orange Cassidy, Lance Archer, and he did say he saw Chris Jericho this morning, but missed out on that opportunity. So yeah, hotel was definitely taking all the precautions. You had to wear a face mask when you entered. Hand sanitizing stations at the checkout counter, 6 feet, social distancing, all that jazz. They were following everything. The room was sanitized before we went there. And then they said, if we need any additional thing, just call down the front office. They'll take care of us. So yes, they definitely took care of us. Corbin, hey man, thanks for joining us. Second man of the hour there. Hey, you got your thoughts? Let me know, and I'll share them with everybody here. But yeah, so did that. Got there Saturday, chilled out for a few hours. Then right before we left for the show, we did the AEW contactless merch. So what it was is they send you an email, and you go on the site and you order whatever merch they have. They had a few t-shirts, some pins. They had an awesome poster. You get everybody on the All Out poster for $100. So steal. I hooked some people up. So they'll be getting their stuff soon. But hey, before we get going, let me show you some of this merch here. They had a face mask right there, an exclusive All Out face mask. I don't know if you could buy that online, but I got that. Let's see, I got the AEW. I'm trying to get that in good light. AEW. There we go. AEW Tag Team Championship pin. I collect pins, so that's going to go up on the wall. Then we got, not for me, but for someone else, we got the All Out shirt, the white variant. So that's going to be going to somebody in this group. Then we have, this is a cool one. This is an exclusive to, I guess, like the live events they're doing. You have the AEW Circa 2019 shirt. Let me go there. Circa 2019 shirt. Get a good view for you guys. That's only available at the live shows. So I picked that one up. Yeah, we'll get into that box down the road, Tim. Then I'll save the main piece for last there. As you can see, you got this Orange Cassidy matchup shirt. Yep, got that. And then I know this is what you guys want to see, the poster. And I'll try to get the, don't mind the light. I know it's probably going to be reflecting because it's on a computer. But there you go. You have everybody on this poster signed this. Trying to see, not really the best. There's a picture by Corbin. He put it up. Signed by everyone. So this is an amazing thing. I got one. I hooked a couple people up in the group. They messaged me, said they needed it. So you guys will be getting your packages soon. I actually have some bubble mailers and stuff. I'll be sending those off in, so we'll make sure those arrive safe. So yeah, that's some of the merch. Also had the AEW All Out like event shirt with a poster, but on a shirt. The AEW women's and main championship pins. Already have the men's title, but I don't have the women's, so we'll get that one down the road. But I got the tag team title because I have to have that one. That one's great. The women's I will get down the road, but I'm good for right now. And then they have the AEW Statue of Liberty New York shirt. So yeah, that's where we are with the merch. So then yeah, leave the hotel, go to the arena, get a lift. By the way, lift, following all the precautions. You got to wear a mask. Definitely taking care of it, so it's all good there. Got to the arena. It was hot outside. Jacksonville weather is very humid. That is going to be a topic of discussion tonight. But let me get a drink real quick here first. That's also a topic of discussion, buying drinks there. Holy crap, those things were expensive. I will give a shout out to one brand there I had that was amazing. I definitely would recommend it if you're above the legal age of 21. Yes, definitely will speak on that, Corbin. But yeah, so we got outside. I met Joven for the first time. Shout out Joven. Saw his friends, everybody there. Then we were going inside. They were making us stay about 6 feet apart if you weren't with the same group. So when you walk into, and of course you got to wear your mask all the time. Only time you don't have to have a mask on is when you eat, drink, the usual stuff. But every other time, you got to be wearing your mask. It's got to be pulled up all over your nose, like this. Has to be. I'll just do a little demonstration. So yeah, we had to wear these the entire time, like this, covering the nose. Everything had to be like this the entire time. Eating, drinking, you could take it off, right back on. So yeah, definitely following proper protocol. Yep, Joven was there, Dallas. So yeah, so we were going in the gate. The first thing they do is they have a temperature check machine. So you got to bend over, put your face in the screen, and then see if you're good. If you're not running a fever, then if for some whatever reason you are, and it was Jacksonville, so it was hot, so there was a good chance it could be a false reading. They have a temperature station right next where they like do the thermometer to the head or whatever, the one that scans you and then says, okay, you're good. Then they had the metal detector, standard, put your stuff in the air, walk through, you're good. If not, swing back around, go through. So standard there. Then you walk into the stadium, everybody's following, social distancing protocol. Then you got the area where the contactless merch, you pick it up. So what it is you buy it, they send you a text saying we got your order, and then they'll send you another text when your order is ready. So we had to wait for our orders to be ready. Then with the concessions, 6 feet. They had dots everywhere. And so you walked into the area, you grabbed your food, your drinks. It was all in coolers. No one was touching anything except for maybe the food workers. They'll grab the food off the counter, but then hand it to you, gloves, mask, everything. So you didn't have to worry about that. It was all basically self-serve. So yeah, then they have the prices, everything listed, and then you just grab what you want. Check out. So that was pretty easy, following proper social distancing protocols, everything. Prices. If you've never been to a live show, any arena show, anything, just be prepared to bring your wallet on those, or not eat or drink a lot, because those are expensive. I think a Miller Lite or whatever is like, I think $7-8. Joven can back me up on this one. The little cocktail drinks, which I will talk about here, about $12-13. Food, $10. Expensive. Like a bottle of Coke, like you might buy $2 at a convenience store, $8 here. So yeah, just know that for if you ever go to a future AEW show, WWE show, expensive. But there was a brand, I think it was Cutwater. It was a tiki rum Mai Tai. Really good. I highly recommend it if you can find that in your area. Really good. Okay, so we got to the arena, walked in, saw Daly's place. It looked great, as good as it does on TV. Yes, water was $6. Joe Vinci, back me up on that one. Good seats. We were over in the corner. I guess it'd be over here. Yeah, any show. Oh, there you go. You chimed in. But any show. So then we sat down, took our photos, had our food. So, and then when you went to, this is kind of weird, when you went to the bathroom, they have, the 6 feet circles on the floor. And then you walk into the bathroom, there's a guy standing there, and he'll like direct you and keep people out, like saying, okay, yeah, that's open, that's open, that's open. And he's just like standing there, and it's a little awkward. We know he's just doing his job, but it was a little awkward. But, I'm glad, they're following all the proper protocols and everything. And then one thing I forgot to mention, you've probably seen these, they had signs around the arena, like with the AEW wrestlers, like I think one with Jericho, don't be a stupid idiot, wear a mask, be a role model, wear a mask or check your temperature or something like that. So they use like the AEW. Oh no, one was Orange Cassidy, everybody's favorite. Be like Orange Cassidy, keep your hands to yourself. So they have those little signs put out throughout the entire arena. So yeah, Showtime. I'm probably not going to go over the matches in detail. This is more kind of like what happened, how I felt about it. So the first one was the Joey Janela or Serpentico match. It was okay. It was a buy-in match. Nothing really exciting. Joey got the win. Like I said, not going to probably go into much detail, but we'll just talk about it. Then next up, we had Private Party versus my boys, the Dark Order, John Silver and Alex Reynolds. They looked great last night. There's definitely something to them. Like if you're not watching Being the Elite, I would definitely recommend that. They are doing some of the best stuff on there right now with Brody, the Dark Order, everybody. It's good stuff. So I would definitely highly recommend it if you wanted to check that out. Episodes come out every Monday or Tuesday, depending on that. Let's see. Tell our boy Daniel. Oh, Brussels gets merch. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, in the restroom. Yeah, everybody keep hands to themselves. Come on, Dallas. You know that. They will send you an email. Yeah, I couldn't get. Shut up. Joven, what's that about? Shut up, Alex chant. Oh, Alex Reynolds. Oh, come on. Don't be mean to my boys. I mean, they're going to get the papers for losing, which they rightfully deserve them. Somebody else deserves the papers. We'll get into that later. Yeah, Private Party versus Dark Order. Really good. Private Party. I mean, they always look good. There's no doubt about that. Those two, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, very good tag team. ever since Mark Quinn had that match with Cody Rhodes. Sorry, Cody, can't say Rhodes. Ever since he had that match with Cody for the TNT title, it really showed what he can do. And not saying they'll ever break up or anything, but if they do, and you always have to pick one, I think Mark Quinn would be the breakout star of them, but they are both really good. And then, of course, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. They are actually really good. They're doing great in their role. Yeah. So I think one down the road, they're going to get a win and, good Dark Order push, hopefully. So let's hope that happens, guys. All right. So next we are on the main show. Yes, Daniel, of course. Shout out to Ajay. Okay. So then we get to the main show. We start out with the tooth and nail match with Britt Baker and Big Swole. It's one of those cinematic matches. Big Swole goes into Britt Baker's dentist office, wants to wreck her, but Britt and Reba, whatever her name is, they plan to attack her, right? So then they fight, whatever. Oh, hold on. Almost forgot. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so then, you have Britt Baker and Swole. They're fighting throughout the dentist office, and then Swole wins by putting Britt Baker under with some anesthesia. Honestly, kind of a boring match. I hear reports Britt Baker was still hurt, so they had to work around that. So then, Big Swole got the win. I personally think Britt Baker should have won. Continue that feud. Hopefully something's still there. Britt's first match back. So I do think the wrong person won, but, whatever. Next, we'll move on to, it was a pretty good match, the next one. Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks. This was always going to be, yep, I 100% agree, Joven. That should have still been on the buy and should have never made it to the main card. So then Jurassic Express, Young Bucks. There was no doubt these two were going to have a good match. Both great teams. I think Luchasaurus is going to get a huge singles push down the road. But for right now, him and Jungle Boy are doing fantastic work. And then Young Bucks, of course, they're the Young Bucks. They're going to put on a good match no matter what, usually. And they did. Good, entertaining spots throughout. The Young Bucks pulled off the win after showing some heelish tendencies last night. So we got a little hint that they might be turning heel. So we'll have to keep that updated, see how they do on Dynamite. Yeah, they definitely both brought it, Dallas. Definitely a good match of the card. That's one to watch for sure. I'm going to try to remember everything. If I forget something, let me know and we'll go back and run it. Then next up, I think it was the Battle Royal, 21-man casino Battle Royal. You had, I'm going to try to list off some of the names. You had Eddie Kingston, Lucha Bros, Butcher, Blade, Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Fallen Angel. Then you had Lance Archer. And then who else? Team Taz. You had Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Sean Spears. And then there was a few other names. Will Hobbs, yes, he did. He was in there too. He actually looked pretty good. And then you had, I actually went live in the group on this one, the number 21st entrant. Everybody was throwing out predictions. You had, I thought it was going to personally be Pac. I would have popped if Pac came back. Even Corbin, my dude, he would have popped if Pac came back. Unfortunately, Pac didn't come back. We had guesses of Miro. I think I heard Chris Hero at one point, the Hurricane. I heard multiple things, but it turned out it was number 21, the former Evan Bourne in WWE, Matt Sydal. I'm happy for Matt. I think if he does get an AEW contract, he could be a great addition to the team. But he did not have the most graceful of entrances. So his signature move, his finisher, is a shooting star press. He gets into the ring, he does a shooting star press, and he hits his leg on the ring ropes and falls. Thankfully, he's okay, but Yeah, not that great. People online kind of comparing it to the Shockmaster debut. I don't think it was that bad. I think if Matt does get a contract, I think he'll be fine. He can work his way out of this, possibly make it into a storyline. They've done that in the past with botches. So there's definitely more to him. I really do feel bad for Matt Sydal. I think if he could have executed that, he could have got a big pop. But then coming out, I think like the disappointment from the fans, like Matt Sydal, really? I mean, good wrestler, just kind of wanted somebody else, but that's fine. But all again, we hope Matt does great. Jake, Matt Sydal with Team Taz, that could be interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, no comedic acts. I think definitely serious for sure. But yeah, so then we'll go through the battle royal, just kind of talk about some things. Sean Spears, I don't know what he said on the mic. I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it. I've watched a few things because I wanted to talk about him. Then you had Eddie Kingston. I want to give a shout out to Eddie Kingston. He used Butcher kind of throughout the time he was in the match, kind of hid behind him, and then let kind of Butcher take the I could get down with that one. Daniel, anybody join the Dark Order? Join the Dark Order. So yeah, I could definitely get behind that for sure. But yeah, Eddie Kingston hid behind the Butcher, kind of let him just do the brunt of the work. But then when it was time, he took it over. I definitely think there are big things in store for Eddie Kingston when he had his match with Cody. I thought it was really good. I agree, Joven. I think Eddie should have won. The eventual winner, Lance Archer, he'll do great. They'll run it back with go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and spoil this if you guys are watching. The winner of the match later on, which was Mox, he won. So they're going to run it back when they fight in New Japan. When they fought in New Japan earlier this year. So yeah, they're going to do that match again. I don't personally think it's going to happen at Full Gear. I think it's going to happen before, and then possibly we might get Kenny. We might get someone else. But I think Kenny's going to be the one that eventually dethrones Mox, but it won't be Archer, but probably at least give him something. But we'll see how they do that feud. Yeah, everybody I've seen in the comments here, everybody's saying Will Hobbs did great. I really did not know anybody. I think I've seen him a few times wrestle in AEW. I can personally say I have not watched Dark that much. But he did really good. I think they got big things because I think he was in the final 4 or 5. So to be in that crop of people, be in the last 4 or 5, that was good. So yeah, I think there's big things in store for Will Hobbs. And then of course you have the main guys. I want to say this, Phoenix Battle Royal. When you get eliminated over the top rope, stop going on the ropes, bro. Like you start flipping and doing all this and you got eliminated. It's not smart. Don't go on the ropes. Just stay in the ring. But that's his character. He likes to do that. He's not the king of the ropes. That guy's in WWE. Literally, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Anybody want to put in the comments? That's who it is. But yeah, Lance Archer won the Battle Royal. A lot of people thought he would, and he did. So kind of predictable. I was hoping for somebody different, but oh well. Yeah, this is probably what you guys want to talk about now. Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara, Broken Rules match. First off, before the match, I want to give a shout out to, I think, whoever does the promos in AEW, that first one with Matt Hardy. It was played on Dynamite, but they did a really great job hyping up the match. Grand Metalik, thank you, Theo. I actually have his figure over there. I should know that. So yeah, Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara promo, really great. The video. Then we actually got to the match. Started out great. We were like, okay, they played Matt Hardy's entrance theme, nowhere to be found. And they're like, okay, maybe they're doing it outside, maybe like a cinematic kind of thing. Then Matt Hardy, actually no, Sammy's looking for Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy called back to Dynamite like a few months ago when Matt Hardy and Kenny Omega are in the golf cart and they run Sammy over. We get that same spot again. Matt Hardy comes, boop, hits Sammy, but then there's like a box, misses Sammy, but into boxes. Agreed. So then we get the spot where Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara go up like a lift. Matt Hardy rises it up, fights Sammy, opens the gate. You see a table down there, and then there's just concrete all around it, table. So then he does a side effect, or tries to do a side effect to Sammy. I think I don't remember. But anyways, they go down. Matt Hardy hits his head on the concrete. I saw it last night, but I went back and watched it again because I wanted to talk about this. He hit his head on the concrete. And then Sammy was getting up. He was like taking off his shirt, doing all that, trying to give Matt time to get up. Aubrey, kind of speared him. Thank you. He gave time to Matt to get up. Matt was struggling to get up from the broadcast. Whatever kind of move knocked him over. Matt needed some help getting up. Sammy helped him up, and you could clearly see Matt was not okay. He was wobbling. He couldn't stand on his own legs. Yes, Dallas, we know. Tried to pull anything he could. We all thought Matt Hardy was out. Now we'll kind of talk about the reaction and what I heard on the broadcast, and then how we felt, and we didn't know what the hell was going on. Aubrey threw up the X, and if you didn't know, the X means something seriously wrong. Stop the match. This doesn't need to continue. It's been used in storyline to be kind of a fake out, but so we didn't really know what was going on. But it was, in fact, Matt was messed up. So the doctor came and checked him out. Apparently he was fine, I guess, from what we've heard from Tony Khan. So then after, that spot, then we go to the announcers, and they've already established that Matt has hit his head on the concrete. He's not okay. These are the dangers that happen in pro wrestling. No one thinks this match is going to continue. They just think, okay, done, moved on. Then Justin Roberts says, well, we said there must be a winner, rings the bell. They start attacking each other, and we're like, what's going on? Why are they continuing this? Like, Matt Hardy was probably concussed last night for sure, but they decided to continue the match, and they couldn't just do a roll up like, when Steve Austin and Owen Hart fought, and then Steve Austin got his neck broken by the pile driver from Owen Hart, R.I.P. Owen Hart. When, that happened to the roll up, because if Steve Austin lost, he would have to kick Owen Hart's ass. I think that's right. Don't get me wrong on that one. But yeah, they were like, no, let's not do a roll-up, because if Matt Hardy loses this, he leaves AEW. You could have found any way to work around that, but they decided, no, we're going to fight around to like the scaffolding at the top. We're going to have Sammy go up it, and then we're going to have Matt Hardy attempt to climb it, and then knock Sammy off, and then Sammy was just like, but then Matt Hardy, they just kept showing Matt Hardy, and you could clearly see he was down. I think he took a few more bumps to the head, like when they were fighting to get to the scaffolding, and it was just like, okay, why? That match should have been thrown out. I've probably been accused of being an AEW homer. I did not agree with that decision. I think the match should have been thrown out. I think you could have done it like on Dynamite or something, made sure Matt was okay. Updates that happened later. Tony said they did proper protocol. And then, Matt was fine. And then he got checked out again right after the win. Then they took him to the hospital as precautionary measure. That's what Tony Khan's saying. Rebby Hardy, that's Matt Hardy's wife, for those that don't know. There, I guess, have been texts that have been leaked saying, oh, no, Matt, what are you doing? Stop the effing match. She was pissed that they continue this match. She even called out everybody in the audience for saying, and audience, crowd, anybody that participated in that, saying, y'all should be ashamed of yourself for letting this continue. I don't know what have come of it. But apparently now we're getting updates. Rebby saying, Matt probably has a concussion. He's not doing okay. Tony's saying, yeah, Matt's fine. He'll be at Dynamite. Somebody's not telling the truth. So we'll find out if he's on Dynamite Wednesday, if he looks okay or not. So, Matt, I hope you're doing okay. We wish you all the best from PWJ. Please stop taking the big bumps. leave that to your brother who might be coming to AEW. Maybe, might not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, stop taking the big bumps. There's no need to do that, man. You're getting up in age. You got kids to take care of. Think of your family. Leave it to Sammy. He's got a ton of time still to do all that. Yeah, match. Honestly, I'm not even going to rate it. It wasn't a match. I'm just going to throw that out. So then after all that happened, yeah, Sammy does take some hard bumps, man, Dallas. So Sammy does need to cool that. Yes, Daniel, get well soon, Matt. Absolutely. Then, oh yeah, she is crazy. But then, so we move on to the Shida Thunder Rosa match for the AEW Women's Championship. So right after, the Matt Hardy thing, the air in the building, it's like completely gone. Like people are exhausted, and not just like from the heat, which it was humid, it was hot. Joven can attest to this. It was probably super hot. You had to get loaded up on drinks, spend tons of money, staying hydrated. Even the wrestlers were, I guess, complaining about the heat. Mox, I know, said in the scrum afterwards, like he was basically sweating his ass off by the time he got to the ring. So yeah, it was crazy hot, but that wasn't it. Like after all this, everybody just didn't know what to make of it. They're like, what the hell's going on? So it kind of took some, air, some wind, whatever the saying is, out of the building, even though it was an open air stadium. Yeah, it was really hot. Let's see. God, it was hot. And Joven's from Texas. Yeah, Rosa. I was in the bathroom. I missed the walking out entrances, so I can't attest to that. But yeah, I guess she got a great pop. Thunder Rosa, she's a very good wrestler. If NWA is not careful, they might lose her to AEW. Just saying. Go ahead and I would probably do hashtag sign Thunder Rosa AEW, whatever that is. Definitely would love to see her on the main, the AEW main roster, not just like a partnership. Shida always is great in the ring. I think she's one of the best women on the roster, and could even honestly be one of the best on the roster. She has very great talent. Thank you. Sign Thunder Rosa, everybody. Make sure you at PWJ2, Pro Wrestling Junkies. Yeah, the crowd was turning for Thunder Rosa. I was cheering for Shida. That's my girl. Holy Shida. But yeah, they were turning for Thunder Rosa. A lot of people I've talked to wanted Thunder Rosa to win this match. I thought maybe possibly she would have won. Nope, she couldn't pull it off, but she put up a hell of a showing. Definitely would not be shocked if AEW does sign Thunder Rosa. So yeah, let's sign Thunder Rosa, guys. Sign Thunder Rosa, hashtag. Okay, next, probably I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I know Corbin already feels this way too. The best match of the night, FTR versus Hangman and Kenny Omega. Now, we all probably knew this was going to be, yes, sign Thunder Rosa to AEW. Everybody go ahead and add that to AEW and then add Pro Wrestling Junkies too. Yes, so we all believed that was going to be the best match, and it turned out to be the best match on the card. FTR, I know some people just don't like them. They play great heels. They are amazing tag team wrestlers. I'm going to go ahead and say this. They are probably one of the best tag teams on the whole entire AEW roster, clearly now since they won the belts, along with the Young Bucks. And Kenny and Hangman, they've been a good tag team. But just as an actual tag team, honestly, better than the Young Bucks. Probably get some hate for that one. I loved everything they did in the ring. We're not there yet. Did I forget that match? Okay, we'll go back to that one. I really don't even want to talk about that one. It kind of pissed me off, but we will get back to that one, Toman. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish this one. We'll run back to the Dark Order match. See, I knew I'd probably forget something. Okay, so Kenny and Hangman come to the ring. They do their separate entrances. Always have done that. You don't think, okay, maybe tonight's the night they're going to break up. Tonight's the night they're going to split up. Nope. Shout out to Hangman. Has some awesome new gear. Had the chaps. I thought they were, the removable ones. Nope, they're actual pants. So Nice gear, Hangman. And then Kenny, I couldn't really see it, but it looked like he had some new gear too. So thank you for not wearing the same thing you always wear on Dynamite. You know, the gray with the circles on the bottom. Thank you. But yeah, so overall, fantastic match. Storytelling in the ring, yes, it is amazing. Those four wrestlers know how to tell a story in the ring. Definitely obvious with Hangman and Kenny when they had their match with the Young Bucks back at Revolution, and then FTR with their matches back in NXT with DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. There was no doubt those four would tell a great story in the ring. And they did. They did a great job. My recap cannot do it justice. So I'm just going to say, if you have not seen this match, please go out of your way and watch FTR versus Kenny and Hangman, because I want to talk more about stuff afterwards, and then we'll get back into the Dark Order match. Definitely go out of your way to watch it. FTR pulled off the victory after Kenny and Hangman had a miscommunication on the last call. I think Kenny nailed Hangman, and then FTR did like their pile driver move from the top rope. Popped them. 1, 2, 3. New champions, FTR. So yeah, congrats to FTR. They totally deserve those belts. Yeah. And then we had the aftermath where Hangman was in the ring, Kenny, and you're like, okay, who's turning? Is it going to be Kenny? Is it going to be Hangman? Because we don't know what's going to happen. So Kenny, I guess, is, running FTR off with a chair, takes like the protective railing, whatever, off. Think he's gonna hit Hangman or whatever, throws the chair away, and then he goes to Hangman, and then Hangman comes to him, I guess maybe to hug him or shake his hand or whatever. Kenny lets him fall. He's like, no, I'm done with you. So then he walks off. I'm trying to remember this from the building because I was recording it at the time because I was getting it ready for Jericho's entrance. But then he walks to the back. He's pissed, and then he's just like, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with Hangman. Guys, Bucks, come with me. They'll reform the Elite the way it used to be. Just Kenny, Kenny, Nick, and Matt, the original Elite. I didn't know that. I did not know there was a heel and face tunnel. Somebody pointed that out to me. I'll have to keep an eye on that, but that is very interesting. But yeah, so then Kenny goes out to his van, his car, his Uber, Lyft, whatever, go back to his hotel, and then just leaves. So no turn. So they are still playing the long game with that storyline. So something is coming to a head these next either next few weeks or something. For sure, I think we are now getting the cleaner Kenny Omega. He's coming back. So very excited by that. That's going to be awesome. Okay, let me go back to the Dark Order match. I think I avoided it because I didn't want to talk about it. Kind of pissed off about it. Okay, so we had the Dark Order, Brody Lee, Colt Cabana. Yep, probably going to find out this Wednesday, 8 p.m. TNT. But yeah, so then we had Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Stu Grayson, and Evil Uno representing the Dark Order versus the Natural Nightmares, QT, Dustin Marshall, Scorpio Sky, and the AEW pay-per-view debut for one Matt Cardona, former Zack Ryder from WWE. Okay, so, the match was good. It was great. This was like a revenge storyline. Like, the Dark Order basically wrecked Cody and Brandy back a few weeks after Brody Lee won the TNT championship. And then, yeah, it was a revenge match. Personally, I was cheering for the Dark Order. I still think the Dark Order should have won. Congrats to the other team. I see why they did what they did. But I personally think the Dark Order should have won. You, like AEW people, they had Cody, Brandy, all of them get wrecked. Then you have like the revenge thing. I think they should have failed. Then maybe Cody would have been pissed or something. I still think, and then I think we're definitely getting heel Cody. I think that's coming for a fact. I don't know when, but then if you just saw they did like the Nightmare Family like a dripping blood logo, gonna be very interested to see what they do with that. I want to say one thing. I did not know this was said during the match. JR, keep your thoughts to yourself, bro. Anna Jay comes to the ring. She comes to attack Scorpio Sky. Doesn't happen, and then Brandy Rhodes spears her. And then Anna Jay is walking out of the ring, and I think I'm gonna probably butcher this, but JR is like, did she have a wardrobe malfunction, or was I just being wishful thinking, or whatever the hell she said? He said, and I was like, dude, you can't say that. Let me go ahead and say this. I am a huge Anna Jay fan. She is a beautiful woman. I think she has a load of potential. I love the fact she's with the Dark Order. I popped when that happened. Okay, I wasn't really a Dark Order fan then, but just everything they've done on BT and growing with that, done great. So now I'm a huge fan of that. But then, like JR said, that I'm like, can't really say those things. You need to keep those thoughts to yourself. There's definitely people that are thinking that, but you can't say that on national television. So JR just needs to be careful in the future what he says about that. So that's just my thoughts on that. But again, I personally think the Dark Order should have won. But now that you have, with the end results, you have Dustin Rhodes getting a TNT championship match against Brody Lee. And then you have, probably. I love me some Kool-Aid. Dark Order AF. Join the Dark Order. Dustin Rhodes versus Brody Lee TNT championship match. This is where Brody Lee should basically beat the shit out of Dustin Rhodes. I'm sorry, it needs to happen. Dustin Rhodes should not and will not win the TNT championship. Keep it on Brody Lee. If you take it off him now, what was the point of putting it on him to begin with and having him wreck Cody Rhodes and Brandy and everybody else? Doesn't make any sense. Personal opinion. But yeah, Matt Cardona, he looked good. Scorpio Sky is probably going to be shot to the moon down the road. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler. I'm glad he's getting a nice singles push. I love SCU as a group. Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, CD, but definitely glad Scorpio Sky is getting the main event, or not a main event, but at least like the push. So happy about that. Okay, so then now we will get into the Mimosa Mayhem match. So then throughout the ring, or by the ring, they had the vats of Mimosa. They were covered up, and then when they were doing the recap of everything, pulled them out, got the tables all set up. And then, so we had the entrances. You had Orange Cassidy's entrance, and then if you were in the Facebook group last night, you saw that I did a live video with the Judas entrance, and I don't know if you heard my singing. It was probably very terrible. Fun fact, I used to be in chorus, so I actually could sing at one point. I don't think I can sing now, but I tried my best. I tried to sing the words, so that was fun. I hope you guys sang along or did at your house at least. So yeah, that was great. So then we got to the match. Good match, not great. I think the first one was definitely the better match of the three. Orange Cassidy, I think they're, with the win last night against Chris Jericho, and there was a few times like Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy, they kind of dipped into the Mimosa, but I guess like you had to be fully submerged into the Mimosa. Joven also, he did the same thing I did. He posted a video too of his the entrances. Like, seriously, I just want to say this. If you go to a live show, there's nothing like hearing Judas live, an AEW show. I was one in Atlanta. It was amazing. And then, let's see, I went to Double or Nothing last year. It was okay. It hadn't really caught steam yet, but then the AEW show in Atlanta, great. And then this one, even just with the 700, whatever the capacity was and the percent there, killed it. So I can only wait for a full crowd. Like the Hangman, FTR Kenny Omega match, like that match was great, but when it has a full crowd, I think it could have got like more reaction, because I think we're all tired and everything from the heat. But yeah, chills, absolute chills, Joven. It's great. So then we get on to the Mimosa Mayhem match. They're fighting, kind of dips hands into the mimosa, not fully submerged, but then Orange Cassidy, he actually kicked out of I think the first thing Chris Jericho hit him with a code breaker, and then he kicked out of another code breaker. So it's like, no, code breaker's not going to work. That's with the WWE move. You got to hit the Judas effect to take him out. So then he comes in, does his moves, and then Orange Cassidy does his things. And I definitely think Orange Cassidy is now getting a good big push after his win over Jericho. Does better Superman punch than Roman. I don't think there needs to be any debate about that. He does a really good job on that one. And then he's a good wrestler. He definitely could. And I think once they develop with him, he's going to do a great job. So I think there's big things in store with Orange Cassidy, especially after beating Jericho. And I want to give a shout out to Chris Jericho for, falling into the mimosa and putting Orange Cassidy over. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. So respect to Chris Jericho. Thank you for putting Orange Cassidy over. Little thumbs up there. Now we're going to move on to the main event. Mox versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. MJF makes his entrance, and then Mox is coming through the crowd like he usually does. And while he's coming to the crowd, some drunk idiot or some stupid idiot, let's go back to Jericho, decides to come at Mox. One, guys, if you're in the entrance or if you're in the crowd or anything, don't go near wrestlers if they're walking through the crowd, in the ring. Just stay away from that. Like, just keep to yourself. Let them do their thing, because you're going to get tackled by security. I'm honestly shocked you didn't get hit in the head with a belt or something by Mox, because he would have totally wrecked you. So just stay away. Like, just go drink your beer, go drink whatever. Just stay away. Be smart about this. And then, dumbass. Completely. Don't do that. PSA. Brought to you by Pro Wrestling Junkies. Wardlow would have wrecked him, that's for sure. Okay, so kind of, I honestly, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I don't remember this match. I was tired. It was hot. I was sweaty. Terrible. But so then the main thing was Mox couldn't use the paradigm shift because he would have got disqualified. So, of course, to get the win, Mox did the paradigm shift while the referee wasn't looking, after Wardlow threw the ring in to MJF and totally botched it, but it was all, in storyline. Botched it, and then the ref was distracted, and then Mox was like, oh, I'm just going to do the paradigm shift. Popped him. So then that happened, and Mox is still your AEW World Champion, which we all knew. Some people wanted MJF. I would have loved MJF to be champion, but I don't think it's the right time to pull that trigger on MJF. I think down the road he could definitely be champion. I think TNT champion, possibly AEW World Champion. Definitely great on the mic, but then still needs some work in the ring. I think I would have to go, like I said, I would have to go back and watch it and see if it was actually like a good match in the ring. But from what I'm hearing, it was. So, shout out to MJF. He will get another maybe championship opportunity down the road, but not anytime soon. So, Mox is still your AEW World Champion, and he will fight. What opinion did you get killed on again? That we want MJF as champion, or kind of too young? But yeah, as Joven said, it was definitely a marathon being there for sure. If you go to Full Gear or get tickets or anything, just be prepared to probably spend a lot of money on drinks, because it's going to be hot. I had like one of the Pro Wrestling, not Junkies, Pro Wrestling Tees VIP vest on. Had to take that thing off pretty much when I got into the arena. It was hot. But MJF ain't ready. He's great on the mic. The rings skills still need work, but he will be ready eventually, I think, but not right now. So Mox retained as champion. So now we're gonna have Mox versus Archer, and again, I don't think it'll be at Full Gear November 2nd. I think it'll probably happen like a Dynamite in between, and then possibly build up to another storyline. Or they could somehow put an intermediate feud where they've done in the past, like, oh yeah, you got the number one contenders, but we're gonna put somebody in between, and then this guy will be your main challenger at Full Gear. Which I still don't think Archer would win that. I think Mox would retain and save up for Kenny. But you never know. They might decide, oh, okay, well, Archer lost the TNT Championship to Cody. We can't have him lose again. We got to put something on him. Oh, let's put the big bell on him. So there's no telling what they could do. It's definitely up in the air for now. Then after the match, Mox gave a promo to the crowd. He thanked us all for being there. He says, we're going to kick 2020's ass, and once we get it, hopefully we can get everybody back in the stadiums and have some great shows again. So, yeah, I definitely would love full stadium shows again. I don't know when that'll happen. I don't think Full Gear will be when it happens. I think it'll be back at Daly's place in Jacksonville. It definitely should be cooler by Full Gear. Definitely don't wear pants. I see people wear jeans there. I'm like, bro, you're going to be sweating your ass off there, but that's their preference, whatever. But yeah, I think Full Gear will be at Jacksonville and Daly's place. So look out for tickets. I'm probably going to try to go again myself. Maybe Corbin. Stu said he wants to go, so we'll see how that all plays out and if we can work around our schedules and everything. So yeah, let me know. I'll probably stay on here for a few more minutes. Let's talk. I've definitely been seeing some good opinions. All Out 10 out of 10 from Daniel Smith. Tim Tobin 9 out of 10. I don't know if I would give it that high. Joven said he's going to try to go again. All right, there we go, Joven. Maybe we can get a new T-shirt made. But then, yeah, I would probably, honestly, it was okay. Definitely, I think the last 4 matches kind of saved the pay-per-view, or like the main ones, like Cheetah, Thunder Rosa, Hangman Kenny versus FTR, Mimosa, and then the world title match, Dark Order, that match, whatever. Yeah, it was good. I've been to better shows. I would probably honestly, and see, I don't want us to be like, oh no, AEW had a bad show. They can't put on a good show. No, like they've put on great shows. And even their worst pay-per-view wasn't that bad. There were some bad spots that left sour taste in people's mouth. But yeah, I think 7 out of 10. I think that's how I would say too, like a 7 to 7.5 if you had to say that. Yeah, honestly, it was their weakest pay-per-view. I think so. Double or Nothing, you could argue that might be their weakest, but yeah, these two in the quarantined area, yeah, probably the weakest of the two. But yeah, let's see. What's Theo say? I think they should. I went with a Cage Archer feud for the FTW Championship. That could have been interesting. But now we're gonna have Archer versus Mox, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, hey guys, thanks for joining me. I probably rambled on way too long. Probably sorry if I wasn't exciting. This is a brand new thing for me. If you liked it, please leave a comment. Let me know how I did. If you think I should improve on something, just let me know. Maybe if you want to make this like a weekly series or something. Definitely want to hear from you guys. Here on Pro Wrestling Junkies, we're all about, making you guys happy, getting your opinions, trying to, work around to cater to you guys. And girls, can't forget, we do have girls on here too. So need to cater to everyone. But yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. If you have any Labor Day plans, if you're going to get, drunk, if you're going to go out and party, just please be safe. Wear a mask, just do all the social distancing protocol. We've got Cage, Darby. Yeah, it could be interesting. I think we're going to get Darby versus Ricky Starks first. I don't know. We'll see. It's up in the air right now. I'll try about getting some of this cleaned up. I know the lighting's a little bit off. Try to get a curtain there or something. I know earlier was probably blown out weekly. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah. Just comment on this video, kind of let me know what you want to see. If you do want to see in the weekly thing, Probably just like kind of like a weekly recap of everything that's kind of happened in pro wrestling or something like that. Just let me know. And I really do appreciate you guys that came out tonight. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget, if you guys have not seen the banner scrolling at the bottom here, which I did forget to add, sorry, bro. We have a meet and greet with Kurt Angle on September 12th. That is next Saturday night, 7 p.m. We are not going to do the I'm in thing. The only way to guarantee you get to ask Kurt Angle a question is we have a contest on the group, sponsored by Physically Fit. You go on there, you buy anything, just like one item. If you buy 3 items, you can use our code PWJ, get 10% off. So do a screenshot of that, even if you just buy one thing. And I think you get an 8x10. I think that's what the thing is. Or make sure you use our code PWJ to get one of those 8x10s. So yeah, you do that on the, I think it's my pin post on our group. Do that, enter the contest, and then you could be entered. I think we have a commemorative championship belt on the line. Also, you get the chance, you get the first question, you get the first opportunity to talk to the Olympic gold medalist who won with a broken friggin' neck, Kurt Angle. Come on, guys. Like, that's such a great opportunity. I've already done it personally. I know a few other guys have done it too. Tim, shout out Tim. I know some other guys have done it too. So we appreciate you guys. Anything you guys like, this helps us in the future. So we appreciate anything that you guys can do. If you can buy a pack, enter the contest, like it helps us out to help you. I don't know if I think it might be USA only. I don't think UK or Canada. I think they don't ship there. I think so. Sorry about that. That's just how it all worked out. But yeah, support us and we'll keep bringing this awesome content to you. We have amazing things planned for this group that are coming later down the road. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the best pro wrestling community on all of Facebook, everywhere. Pro Wrestling Junkies. We are a positive wrestling community that will keep bringing you great content daily. So keep staying tuned, and we will see you guys tomorrow or tonight, whatever. And then from the looks of it, I guess I'm going to continue this. So see you guys later. Number 11 is out.